Welcome to Madras Academy. In this session, we are going to learn about how to declare the variables in Java, how to assign the value for the variable, about operators, about static block. These are all the topics we are going to cover in this session. How to declare the variable? Without data type, we are not supposed to declare the variable in Java. So how to declare the variable using data type, we'll see. Before that, how many data types we are having in Java? We have two types of data type. One is primitive data type and another one is non-primitive data type. What is primitive and non-primitive? Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Non-primitive data type means here we can declare a string, array, enumeration, okay, object. These are all the non-primitive data type. Okay, and if it is primitive data type, in this we have two types. One is non-numeric type and numeric type. In non-numeric type, we can declare a boolean, character. Boolean means only true or false value we can assign it. Character means only one single character we can assign it. Okay, so these are all the non-numerical type. And here it is a numerical type now. In this we have integer and as well as floating point. Okay, if it is floating point, we need to give the decimal value like 5.2. Okay, 12.25. Like that we need to give the decimal value. So if you are going to declare a decimal value, in that time we can use float or double. Okay, if it is an integer, we can assign a byte, short, int, long, like that. Okay, so using this data type, how to declare the data declaration with the value and without value, everything will see that. Okay, next up, in primitive data type, how we are getting this primitive data type? So these are all the data types. See, byte, short, int, long, float, double, character, boolean, like that. In small letter we have to write it. So these are all the data type. Using this data type, we need to declare the variable in our code. So how we are getting this byte, short, int? Na? For this we have some predefined class, right? So that class name, we have to write it like this: byte, short, integer, long, float. So see, everything we are having in a capital letter. Okay, so these are all the classes, and using this class we are deriving the data type here like this. Okay, and we can use this data declaration, data type declaration in our code to declare the variable. And each and every data type we have some memory storage capacity that is called as a byte capacity. Okay, so for a byte we have one byte, and for short 2, integer 4, long 8, float 4, double 8, character 2, boolean 1 bit. Okay, that is either it is true or false, we can store it here. So like this we can declare the primitive data type, and only this much of the memory we can store it in this data type. And how to declare it, we will see that. See, here I written the byte as a class name. Okay, if I am going to declare the byte data type, using this data type we need to declare it. And here we have only one byte, right? I already told you. And how to declare this variable declaration? Byte equal to byte x equal to 0. So 0 is a default value. Okay, so like this you need to declare the byte variable, and you can give the range minimum and maximum value 128 to minus 128 to 127. So this is a maximum and minimum value. Using this range we can give the value here for the byte data type, but default value is 0. So like this we need to declare it. Okay, so byte x equal to 0. So what is byte here? It is a data type. X is a variable. Okay, equal to value we have to assign it. Okay, any value. So I assign the default value as 0, and after declaration we need to put semicolon. So this is a syntax, like this way we need to write it. And how to declare this variable in our code and how to print the value, we'll see it. Okay, just for the basic introduction I'm telling like this. And if it is short, we have 2 byte. And how to declare it, here we need to write a short s equal to 1000. Okay, so here we need to write it in a lower case, not in a upper case. Okay, like this we have to declare the data type short. Okay, s equal to 1000. Okay, s is a variable. Okay, and here the maximum and minimum range I given here. So using this value amount, range amount, we can assign the value for this declaration. And as well as for the integer 4 byte, and default value is 0. So here I assign int I equal to 0. So this is the range value, maximum and minimum value. You can give any value here for this, and it will accept a 4 byte. Okay, so like this we need to declare it. And in the same way, if it is long, we have a 8 bit. Okay, 8 byte. And here if it is a long data type, long L, you can assign any variable name. Okay, so here it is a long, for that I'm using L equal to, our default value is 0 L, like that we have to write it. Why? Because defaultly this data type will consider as an integer. So we have to mention like that is a long data type, like that. So we need to give the L termination here, like this. Okay, then only it will consider this is a long value, like that. Okay, so like this we have to declare it. In our program we will see how to declare this variables also. And from Java 8, long is represent 64 bit. Okay, and here the maximum and the minimum value are given here. So including this range we can assign the value. Okay, and in the same way, if it is float, we can give the decimal value. This is a 32 bit. Okay, and if it is a float, na 64 bit. Okay, so we can give the decimal value. So here if I declare the float value, we have to terminate it as a f. Okay, otherwise defaultly it will consider as a double. Okay, it will display the some error message. Okay, so to avoid that, we need to terminate the f here. So that means this value we declared as a float, like that we can identify. So for that we are using like this. And if it is double, no need to terminate it. Defaultly it will accept it as a double only here. Okay, here it is an 8 and here it is a 4 bit byte, and here 32 bit we can store it, and here 64 bit we can store it here. And if it is in character, 2 characters, right, 0 and 1s. And here char ch equal to, in single quotation we need to write the character. Okay, like this way we need to write the character. And if it is in boolean, 1 bit, not a byte, 1 bit, and here we can assign a true or false value. Like this we need to declare it. Okay, so these are all the variable declaration. Like this we have to declare it, and I given some ranges also here. And in practical session we will see how to declare this variable and how to print the value from this variable. We'll see that. Next, operators. Okay, without operators, if you declare any variable in your code, we are not supposed to calculate it, right? So we need to use the operator to calculate, and we need to do some performance in our program. Now in that time we need to use the operator. And what are the operators we are having? Arithmetical operator, conditional operator, logical operator, ternary operator, unary operator, arithmetical assignment operator. So these are all the operators we are having. And how to write this operator? If it is arithmetical operator, plus, minus, multiple, divide, and modulus. Okay, so here if it is comparison operator or conditional operator, we can tell. And here greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, equal to, using if, elif, if elif, and if else, like that we can write the condition. Okay, using this if else keyword we can check the condition here. And in the same way, we have a logical operator also, and or not. Okay, same way here also we are going to use the if else condition. Okay, so comparing with this difference between conditional operator and a logical operator, and here we will check only one expression, and if I used a logical operator, we can check a more than an expression in single if. Okay, so how to write it, we will see that. And ternary operator, while we move on to the ternary operator, and here we are using question mark and a colon. In single line we can check the value, and no need write the if else, true block, false block, curly bracket, open close, like that. No need to write the syntax here. In single line we can check the value, okay, while we using the ternary operator. And then unary operator. In unary operator we are having two operators, plus plus, minus minus. Defaultly it will increment one value, decrement one value, and mostly we are using this operator in looping condition. And in this we have two types, one is post, another one is pre. Okay, so how to use this operator, we'll see that. And as well as we are having an arithmetical assignment operator. Okay, so in all the arithmetical operator we are having an equal to symbol. Okay, and while we comparing with the unary and arithmetical assignment operator, here we can add any number or subtract any number from first number to second number, I'm telling. Okay, and if you need to multiple or divide or modulars, you can do anything here. But here we can use only plus plus, minus minus. Only one value will increment, one value will decrement. And how to use this, all the operators in our program, we'll see that. Okay, next we'll start the program, and for that I'm going to use the notepad plus and as well as command window to execute the program. So we'll open the notepad and open the command window. So how to open? Go to the folder location, and this is our previous class, and in this folder I created only one file, and for the print statement I given a demo for here. And see, this is a class, and I returned some main function and a simple print statement I returned. Okay, so now in the same way we will create one more folder. This is for the class 2. Okay, in this class I'm going to open a notepad plus. I open the notepad plus. This is our previous class program. Okay, just we'll open one new file. We'll create a new program right now. So class program 1. Flower brace open and close, and inside that we need to write the public static void main string argument. Okay, and we need to save this file. Copy the class name and go to the folder location, and you have to select the class 2 folder. Give control B .java. Okay, so like this we need to save the file. See, we are getting the class file, source file here. Okay, and now I'm going to write a static block before main function. I'm writing a static block, but in previous session I didn't return a static block. Okay, so for what purpose I'm going to write a static block now? Here I'm going to write a heading for this program. Okay, so for what purpose we are going to write this program? Data types, right? Java data types. Okay, about Java data types. Okay, so like that I'm creating one message. Okay, and here, see, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and here I'm going to write learn data type. Like that I'll write one message. Okay, So now I'm having a static block and as well as our main function. So first we'll compile this program. Okay. Go to the command window, and here I'm clearing that old output, whatever we are having there. Some message, default message is coming there. I will clear that using CLR SER. And here I'm using Java C program1.java. Once you compile this, see, we'll be getting the class file. Okay. So now I'm going to run the program. So for that, I will use Java, that program one. Okay. See. So if I run the program, the first message I'm getting about Java data type. Like that, I'm getting the message. This message I return in the static block. That means before main function, the static block will execute. Okay. And after that only we are getting the main function message. Okay. Whatever we return here. That means, okay. So if I'm not returned any message in our main function, see, the main function will not execute. Once I compile, will run the program, the main function will not execute. Why? Because I'm not having any message in there. Okay, so before main function, the static block will execute here. Okay, and suppose if I'm not going to write a main function, okay, only in this class I'm having a static block, considered like that. So if I'm using only static block inside the class, in that time once you compile, it won't display any error message, but while we run the program, we'll get the error message. Main method not found, like that. Okay. From Java 7 version, we have to write the main function. Before that, without main function, using static block also we can write the code. Okay, no need the main function to execute the Java program. Okay, but after 7, 8, 9, now we need to write, mandatorily we need to write the main function. And if you need to write the code inside that, you can write it. Otherwise, not a problem. Okay, make it as an empty main function. Just compile the program and run the program. We will get the output from the static block, not in a main function. And in that time, it won't display the main method not found. Like that, it won't display any error message. So defaultly, we need a main function to execute the static block also. Okay, so now I'm going to write a message. Okay, learn data type in Java. Like that I'm writing. Okay, so now I'm going to clear all the old output, compile and run the program. We'll get the output from both the static block and as well as main function. Okay, so now we'll start declare the variable declaration. See, I'm going to declare the integer variable. So how to write it? Age. Okay, year, date. These are all the integer number. So we can use the integer as a data type. Age is a variable. 21 is a value. Okay, and using this, if we need to print the value from the variable, we can use age is plus, you can call the variable age like this. Okay, and like this way we have to print the integer variable. And how to get the output here? Once you compile and once you run the program, we'll get the output. Okay, so plus is a concatenation. Whatever the message we are having here, including that message, the variable value will print. Okay, so for that we are using the plus operator to concatenate the message and the variable value. Okay, like this way we need to declare the integer data type. Okay, and if it is long, okay, this is a integer, right? Integer, like that we will write it. Okay, if it is long, we will give mobile number. Okay, mobile. So consider like this, I'm going to assign. Okay, and I'm going to print the long data type value. See, this is a long, and this is a mobile number. For mobile I'm using here. Okay, I need to call that mobile variable. Okay, see, I'm not written L here. Once I'm going to compile, see, it will display the error message. So defaultly it's considered as a integer. Okay, but you given a long like that, it will display the error. Number too long, large like that, it will display the error message. So for that, here if I used elements, see, it won't display any error. Okay, so once you run the program, you will get the output for the long. Okay, so like this long data type we can use it. And the short, same way you have to write it, you can make it as a short. Okay, and as well as byte also. Okay, so you can make it in your practical session, you can do it. So same way you have to assign the value. Okay, and here I'm going to write a boolean. Okay, boolean is status equal to true or false. Okay, so like this we will write it, and just I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and here we need to write a status, and here it is status. This is a boolean data type. Okay, so like this way we need to declare and we need to print the value. Okay, so we'll see, we'll compile the program, we'll run the program. Okay, and like this way we need to write the boolean data type. Okay, and then we have character, right? So to write a character, ch equal to single quotation capital A, capital A, small a, anything we can write it. And this is a character data type, and I'm going to print that value. And this is a character, and ch is a variable, and here I'm going to print the character. Okay, if you are going to print your initial, in that time you can use the character. Okay, only one single character. See, in all the data types I assign the value. Okay, defaultly whatever the values I assign for this variable, that value will print. Okay, so if we need to get the runtime input in Java, in that time you can give the different value. And in next session we'll see that how to get the runtime input, and how many types of runtime input we are having in Java. We'll see everything. Okay, so right now I am assigning the value. By defaultly I assign the value and I am printing the output. Okay, so now integer, long, boolean, character, and then string is there na, non-primitive data type, that we'll see. String name we will write it within double quotation John. Okay, and I'm going to print this value. Just I'm writing the same thing. This is for the string. Okay, and I'm going to print the name, and here we need to call the variable. Okay, now we'll go to the code, we'll compile the program, and we will run it. So the name is printing, character also is printing, name is also printing. And what is the difference? Here only one single character, but here we can assign the multiple character in single variable. Multiple character, not a multiple value. Okay, so like this we can assign it. Okay, and then in the same way in non-primitive we are having an array, enumeration, and everything, and we have the separate topics for that. In that time I will tell you how to declare the array variable in Java, and as well as enum also. Okay, that we will see it later. Okay, now you understand how to declare the variable declaration and how to print that value. Okay, so next we'll see the operators, and using this operator, okay, how to calculate the value, we'll see that. Here I mentioned 6 operators. In that, now we will see the arithmetical operator, and using this operator how to calculate the value, we'll see that. For that, I'm going to create one more separate classes and main function. We'll open one new notepad. We'll create a class program 2. Okay, first we'll save this. And then we will write a static block. And the static block, for what purpose we are writing this program, we need to give any heading. In that time, we can use the static block. Okay. So here I am written a main function arg v box bracket. Okay, like this I created the main function, and this is for arithmetical operator I am writing here. So I am using arithmetic operator like that. Okay, so now I created the basic code. Now I am going to write the arithmetical calculation. For that I am using 3 variable declaration a, b, c. Like this, group declarations also you can declare it. Okay, I am not assigned the value here. See, in this class, I declare the variable, I assign the value there itself. You can declare it like this. Otherwise, you can declare the group declaration separated with comma. We can declare the declaration. And after declaration, we can assign the value for that variable. So, I am assigning the value like this. Okay. And using C variable, I am going to calculate it. So, first is the addition, right? So, we'll write a plus b, system.out.println. Here it is addition. Okay. Addition of two number. Okay. So, whatever the C values we are getting, that will print. Okay. Now, we'll see this CLS. And now I'm going to compile program2.java. In the same way, program2. So I'm getting the output for addition of two numbers. Okay. In the same way, I just copy it and I'm pasting for one more time minus. This is a subtraction. Okay. So we'll see the output. So subtraction of two numbers. Okay. Similarly, you just try it for the multiple, division and modular. Otherwise, I will do it, but I will give the separate task for that. Okay. So subtraction. Here it is multiple. Here it is division. And here it is modulus. And what is the difference between modulus and the division? So here it is remainder value, this one is quotient value, right? This is a multiple. Okay, now save it. So each and every line, whatever the memories we are having in this A and B, that value will calculate. It will assign to the C variable and C will printing the output. Okay, so it will print the output like this. Okay, so everything is printed here. So now like this way we can use the arithmetical operator. Okay, and in the same way in last session we seen integer, long, character, like that, some data types, right? And using this I'm going to print one details. Okay, person detail. Okay, so if I'm going to print a person detail, so how to write it? We'll write class. This is a program 3. Okay, and I'm going to plan the person detail to print the value from the variable. So you can take any theme like this. Okay, static, larvae open and close, and then public static void main, string argument, box bracket opening closing. And here you can use a final keyword also, you can write it. Okay, not a problem. And here system dot out dot println within a parenthesis person detail. So for that purpose I'm going to write this program, and you can give like this like a star 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 like that, and it will display the output. Okay, and here whatever the variables I'm going to declare, I'm going to declare it everything inside the main function. Okay, if you declared like that, that variable is called as a local variable. This is a local variable. Okay, whatever the variables declaration you declared in program 2, and as well as here I declared, right, inside the main function I declared, right. So this variable, if you declare the variable like this way, this variables is called as a local variable. That means only inside this function we can able to access it. In the same way, here, if you declare the ABC variable, only inside this function we can able to access it. Okay, and here also I'm going to write it like that way only. But in next session, where we need to declare the variable and why we are declaring there, everything we'll see that. Okay, but right now I'm going to use the main function to declare all the variables and calculation, print statement, everything we are writing inside this main function. Okay, so here first I'm going to print a name. Okay, so what is the name for that person? Bill Planet. Okay, so we can assign the variable there itself, or else if you need to assign the variable separately, like here I declared, right, I declared everything, and then finally I assign the value, right. That way also you can follow. Okay, whatever you are comfortable you can write it. Okay, so for this program I assign the variable there itself. Okay, so for that person we need to assign the age, right. So for that age, and then in a long we need to declare the mobile, right, mobile number. So we'll write some mobile number. Okay, and then we need to write a height, right. That is, we will use float. Okay, float we didn't declare it there. Okay, so here height equal to 5.2 f. Okay, and then float we'll use double weight equal to 52.85. Okay, so like this I'm given a weight, height, weight, everything we can declare it in a decimal value. And any other data type we missed here, string, character we are having, right, we'll use character also, character, and our character, single character, we can assign it like this. Now we declare all the variables, and we need to print the output from the variable. For that I am using println person name, like that I will write it, colon, and double quotation close. First we need to call the character, okay, plus double quotation dot. Okay, that initial first I need to print it, and then I need to print the name. Okay, so in this time I will get a character and as well as the name also. Okay, I'm concatenating with the dot, that is a dot tom. This output will display like this. Okay, this format. Okay, whatever the format you need you can write it. I am writing like this. And now I need to print only the age, mobile number, height, and weight. Okay, so for that, here it is an age, okay, mobile, and then height, and finally weight. Okay, so everything is printed here. Okay, so we'll see the output. This is program 3, right? So Java C program 3.java. Okay, using that you can compile, and once you run the program, you will get all the output. Okay, if you need to do any calculation in that, for that, here we will plan it. Here I will give the salary equal to 45,000. Okay, salary is 45,000, and we need to assign the bonus equal to 6,000. Okay, and we need to calculate the current salary. Okay, see, I used all the variable in single word, right? That is name, age, mobile, like that. But if it is current salary, how I declare? First character is small letter and second word I am having, right? In that time, you have to write it in a uppercase. Okay, this is a format. Without space, we need to write it. Okay, so like this way we need to call plan the variable name. Okay, either it is lowercase, and if you have two names now, in that time you have to write it like this type of format. Without space you need to write it. Okay, so now here I need to calculate the current salary, so simple calculation, bonus. Okay, and now finally I need to print a salary, bonus and current salary also, and I will come down. So first we need to print a salary, and then bonus, and finally we need to print the current salary. Okay, so here I'm having small arithmetical calculations also. Okay, so including that we will print it, and here I'm having all type of data types. Mostly I covered all the data types in this. Okay, so like this way we have to handle the variable declarations, data types, value assignment, and a print statement. Okay, so see, salary 45, bonus plus salary. It's calculated and it's print the output. Okay, so like this way we have to write the programs. Okay, don't miss to write a semicolon or double quotation and all. So how I am writing here. Okay, so you have to do the hands-on practice, and then only we can able to develop the program without any error. Okay, so in this session we covered three programs in different way, and first you have to learn the program 1, and as well as after that come back to the arithmetical operator program 2, and as well as finally you can do the program 3 like this. Okay, so I think you are able to understand the code, how to write it in Java, and how to handle this arithmetical operator. This one only we covered. Okay, and how to declare the variables with the value, and how to print the value from this variable, everything we covered. Okay, so in next session, here how many times I'm going to compile the program, whatever the values we assigned, that value will print, right? We need to get the runtime input. In Java, how to get the runtime input? First, we will see that. After that, we'll move on to the next operator. That is conditional operator, logical operator, ternary. Whatever the other operators we are having, we'll do the program. Okay, first we'll learn the runtime input. Okay, using this arithmetical operator, how to get the runtime input, we will see that in next session, and then we will move on to the other operators. Okay, I hope you understand the sessions whatever we return a program right now, and you just do the practical session, and then only you can able to remember all the codes. Okay, thanks for watching.